Alright.
Oh, God. When he come up with
No water.
I use some cream people take it and that's down in throat.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So me and mom are here today, you know, as usual, the mother-daughter talks that we do. You want to make it a series one of these days? Like we have like a little series for it, and I put the title at the front or something. I think that would be a good idea to have like a little series. Sit down talk. Do you guys like want us to make it into as a series? Tell us down in the comments below. Because we have these talks at home, and sometimes we don't remember for put them on camera. So, but you know, sometimes we share our thoughts together, and we want to hear what you have to say. So
I guess they would love it.
Yeah. So for our topic today, from you see the title already, we're gonna discuss what age, well, we think it's best to move out as a young adult, I would say, or whatnot. Mom have experience back and forth. Obviously, she's the older one, I am younger, so we have two different opinions on it. But before we give our take on it, I looked up on Google, and I was seeing what it was saying, and then from there we're going to not contest, but kind of like debate to see if it makes sense or if it doesn't make sense, right? Because if we had to put an age on it, you understand me?
Let's hear what Google says.
Yes. So,
and also we are inviting you to
yes, you can
in the
also
comment section,
give your opinions as well. Do you think,
and we would love young people too to come in on it.
Yeah. So, you know, do you agree with what Google says, or do you agree with what we say? Whichever one comes first. So Google said that most people or most persons move out of the family home and set up their own place during their late teens to late 20s. Whether or not living goes smoothly depends on the reason you are moving out and the nature of the relationship with your family. Now, the bottom part, I agree with. Very true. Sometimes whether or not your living is really smooth, sometimes
you definitely
you just want to
get out because
certain circumstances, like you just have to leave. There's no, whether you're young or old or nothing, you just have to leave depending on your circumstances.
You just want to
you just want to go, like you don't want to stay, whether it is that you fully have it or you don't have it. You just can't stay in the environment anymore. And also, as it says, the nature of the relationship with your family. Of course, if it is the case that you can't have a good relationship with your family, I don't think
that's come under the same reason.
The same reason as to why you want to go. So their biggest answer that they highlighted said late teens to late 20s. What is your debate on that?
I would say, I'm not gonna say late teens, because 19 stop at 19, right?
Like this one, not even wait. I don't know where it's that, but I guess
I'm not gonna say late 20s.
18. Well,
then 19 stop at 19, ma.
Well, yes, it's stop at 19, but you're considered an adult. 20, you're considered an adult at 18.
18, that's true. But then again, late 20s or later 20s. Google said that's the point between
late teens to late 20s.
I don't know about the late teens, but would that go for the late 20s?
Late 20s.
Yeah.
All right. So
I would say that.
You would say that. Okay, cool. I got you. In my opinion, I don't want to say I understand the late teens. I get it to an extent, but nowadays in this my younger generation, when you see the late teens, especially for my age or so, I realize that when you look at social media, a lot of people are moving out and buying houses at like 18, 19, some even 17, and you see it and you're like, oh, that kind of motivate me, you know, to maybe want to, you know, get my own home or get my own apartment. But also it kind of brings up this comparison with yourself and other people as a young person. You see someone your same age or maybe even younger than you getting their own place, and then you just did a like, so wrong with me, why me can't.
The first question I would love to ask, buying a house at 17 or 18 or even renting, you've got to be financially stable.
You have to be financially stable. It is very, very expensive wherever you are.
And I was just gonna say that
wherever you are,
it's not a Jamaica
it doesn't
thing.
matter.
This is not a Jamaica thing.
It's expensive everywhere.
It's over the world.
It's expensive everywhere.
You know, so I say go for mid-20s, anywhere from I don't know. Depends on how financially stable you become. It depends on how accomplished you are by a certain age. But I'm thinking, because I think I wouldn't say I was forced, but I wanted to, even though I was forced. I wanted to be out before.
Okay.
Because I like being, I'm an independent person. And I was not financially stable, to be honest. But I decided that whatever it takes,
exactly.
Yeah,
so it's
whatever
just like,
it takes. Because look,
it's just like the explanation that was given here. Whether or not leaving goes smoothly depends on your reasons of moving out.
You want to come
you
out.
Want to leave.
I know I was not financially stable, but I wanted to go because I told myself that whatever I will have to make it, you know. But I wasn't thinking about, because there are so many factors that come
that you have to keep.
So
you have to
I
think
do a
about.
part 2 panic. I don't want to long out the video, because as a young woman, or I would say you're talking from your point as a young man, but for boys, I think for males it's different. You know, come in and expect you to go up there for say I can move out and go for woman go mind you. I don't think so. And as a young woman, you don't want to be going out there to move in with a man, especially in these times.
When you're part of me, I laugh. So everybody will laugh.
So you move out with man?
No, the way you said, boy, you're not gonna move out. Make a one man you for the one.
No, I'm thinking that if you're a responsible maid, you're not going to move out. But I'm moving out of my parents' house. I mean, you can stack enough financially, so you can move in that woman's place. What kind of man you be? So as a young woman also, in the first time maybe those things would happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you know them have it for say, oh man, for take care of you and this and that, and you move out to your parents' place, go get married because probably religion and all and thing, God man for take care of you, and then even now it's happening to God to be dependent on men. But for me, my answer is your financial stability and also your drive to move forward, to be independent. It comes with a sense of, because being independent comes with a sense of responsibility, you know. That's all. So it is all about you having a stable financial income and your drive to go make it on your own, telling yourself, I am now an adult, I am ready for the world. And even though you're saying you're ready for the world, you still don't even understand what the world has to offer, but you are willing to learn. So that's just
okay. So I do agree also with what you say. And I also agree with the mid-20s, maybe the late 20s also, because honestly, in this day and age, with how things expensive in this economy,
that's what I'm saying. Because look here,
if you are in a stable home, stay there till you're ready for go on your own.
You can make your plans from there, and no, you can make your plans
from there and work towards it.
Because let me tell you too, even though some parents, if you go out and come back 60 times, they will accept you.
Yes.
But I mean, at the end of it, you don't want to look like a loose toy, going out, moving back and forth in your parents' house. You want to have somewhere stable. That is not gonna make you. That is not gonna help with you being a responsible person. You going back and forth to and from. It's telling you. It's telling everybody that you are not responsible.
But sometimes, with how the housing works, from what I'm hearing.
That is why I said be responsible.
With how the housing works, from what I'm hearing, any landlord or anything can just come to you and say, you need to live up in our next.
Well, I was watching, actually yesterday, I was watching some form of documentary and stuff with some states in America and how eviction goes. It's like, in a town like a Jamaica, you know, because for you, different. To be evicted from a property in Jamaica, it really takes an awful lot.
It takes a lot.
I'm telling you, I have experience. I know it takes an awful lot going with the law. And I'm saying, like, so you still have some, even though your landlord might come and give you a notice, you have a little time on your hand, because it takes an awful lot of time to go to the courts and to get a date to take you to the court. And then when you go to the court is going to be lenient, give you some time and maybe give you some time, so you still have a little time to work with. But I was watching those, they didn't have much time in certain states, but people can't come in. So
because our experience out here in the Caribbean
as a mother,
is very different, obviously.
I would say, if you're in a decent home, a stable home where there is love, you know, try to make it try to make use of it. I didn't have that. I had to go out there and push. So I am speaking from experience. Do sit and make your plans, do what you gotta do. Even though life can throw so many curveballs at you that you think you're ready and you go out there
and you're not actually ready. Exactly.
And then I would say, and most of the times when you go out there and come back when you think you're ready and you're not ready, I think most of the time it happens when you are going out there depending on somebody else. When you move as a young one, you're moving out of your house, going into a man's house. You see what I say? That's not good. You understand? Things have changed, things and times have changed. You understand? You're married, and even if you're married, he's supposed to be taking care of you according to the law or whatever, whatever. I don't know. But remember, you can go out there, and when you go, and Tom Jones is not, because they say, see me and come live with me, are two different sitting. Tom Jones is not what you thought Tom Jones was. So you have to have plan A and plan B, because you might have your pride. I say, I don't want to go back to my parents' house. I don't want to go back into my mom's house and my dad's. Or worse if I, because you know, mom and dad, well, not all mom and dad, because some moms, they are really not supportive. I must really say that as a mom, and it's not nice. And I don't understand why, as a mom, how could you not be supportive of your kid going out there and life throws that curveball at them, and you
don't stand there for them.
You don't be there for them. Some of them still, they are rude and they don't listen. I understand. But sometimes I think we have to just,
from those mistakes that they make, they gain experience.
Yes. And then too, some of them, they don't listen.
That is
a lot of them, if some of the younger people, if they were listening, those curveballs that get thrown at them, they would never be thrown. Or if they throw, they would have no sight them.
Exactly. But sometimes in our life, sometimes you can't sight it. If you don't listen, you just have to take your where it is.
And sometimes even though you listen, sometimes even though you listen, then we catch you too.
We still catch you exactly.
But again, it is a whole sense of being strong. It is all being strong, being responsible. Tell yourself,
so yes,
I am an adult, I am ready. So poor me never have my mother also move back in. Suppose this, suppose that. And that's why I say, move out on your own initiative, by your own standing order. No move out because of people who are going to tell you, say, oh, come and stay with me. Or your friend who are going to say, oh, I got this apartment, we could be roommates.
I was about to ask you on that.
Don't.
I was about to ask you.
Remember, there is this little thing where they say, see me and come live with me are two different things. Don't younger people, especially the young ladies. You know, the ladies, they are vulnerable. All kind of all bangarang, all maka, everything showed up on the women. The men, they get it, but not so much. Them easily can't take themselves for tight.
They're giving blights with everything.
Yeah, them get, because I'm not for them for just pushing a woman house and go live in them. I easy sitting that. When you as a woman, some women will, but you have some young ladies, and I must commend them. They are not moving out to go and live with a man. But at the end of it, you might think, you must be able to think that, okay, you move and you rent an apartment and you go on your own, you have your boyfriend and you check a stack. Before you know it, you never move out with that intention, But when you check a stack, him end up in your apartment and like him want to put you out whilst you pay the bills. So you got to be strong and know what you're talking about. So there's so many things, but as you go,
there are many aspects to it for sure.
And you talk to people, gain experiences, listen, listen, not because them had said that and the other. Listen.
Right, that's why it's good to be social also.
Yes, and learn to understand and to look. Because sometimes people are give a whole heap of information and
listen to different opinions and see which
make
one
your
makes
choices
sense.
From there. Your brain is intact. Make your choices, and try to go with that optimism inside of you, and to know, you're looking for it. Be careful, be very vigilant, be wise, open your eyes, okay, to the people around you. That's especially true. But I wouldn't say the males, they can be very, and not that I'm bashing the males, as a woman, it is always like they are just get mistreated, because these days we notice how things have turned, that males are not protective of females a lot like that again. So you have to go there and say, yeah, me is this big bad farmer with my tractor and my sick, you know, and he take care of my life, you know, this, that and the other, you know. You understand? Me now make a boy come in my house and come go and like him a squeeze in for me and push me up on my king size bed and have me asleep on floor.
Yes, me have to put that there
and take him big toenail and tear out your foot and take out him frozen foot out of him boot and have it a cock up on your headboard whilst you sit and cry. No. So it's a lot. You have to be brave. You have to, especially in these times. In these times that things have changed. My time, it was still, you have to know what you do still, you know, because the tricks and everything did there, you know. You understand? It's what me I say. But this time it is even worse. So I would just implore you. And as me say, the men, are our young men moving into ladies' apartment, are they?
I don't know, baby love. Men in the comment section have to come tell me.
You all to tell me. Because you know,
can't speak on that. I can't.
You gotta be careful. If you
don't want to speak on it, because I don't know nothing.
If you're purchasing a house, because you can't rent house with people and them not paying another bills. You know, so if you take time, if you rent the place, you turn out the place and go make them stay in the car, them empty. Then we get out.
If you rent a place with someone,
you know,
you should be splitting everything. You should be splitting.
You can easily get out of that. Yeah. But be careful how you take your hard-earned cash that you work for and put together and buy a property with whether a male or a female, because that is a big lifetime investment. Okay, that is something where you tell yourself, I'm not living call my money in this, you know, because sometimes, you know, in Jamaica a lot of people, because of all the housing and your income and them something there, you might have some of them, like them girlfriend, do it with them girlfriend too. Some of them do it with them boyfriend. You know, and say, okay, me not have enough points at housing trust, I will put together and buy house. Hello, wanna please consider. Some of them do it with family members. Please consider. Some of them, because them can get, they are in a position they can get the loan. You know, maybe a work where you are not getting a soul, or you're just doing a little what should I say, a little self thing,
like self-employment
where you know, so even if you are self-employed, try to see if you can get yourself in gear where you get on the tax threshold where you pay tax. So whatever they that are paying of them pay slip are eligible for, you eligible for it, but maybe at just a lower rate or something, because some of them, a lot of them know, so them have them big job and them did work this for a long time, even though them have them job, but through them say you are hustler, them say, yeah man, I can't get the loan from housing trust and I can't get the loan from writers, and then take it and it's thinking for them name employer they like say you a jackass first girl picnic. Please consider, consider, because always, and you all can put it in the comment section, the females, we are always the most vulnerable, and we always get the wickedest end of the stick, the stick that is filled with a mess. Be careful. So if you are like oh, you know, 20 going on to 21 and you are still in college, you know, and you get your school fee paid, you don't have to pay any bills, you get your food, make use of it. You don't need nobody for go talk about, oh Lord Jesus, I want to be in my own apartment, I want to be wrapping my towel around me, I want to come out in the kitchen. Yes, you want to do it.
Alright guys, so we just hear mommy talk a while ago, and I do agree with what you have to say. Personally for me, I'm just 20. I don't see myself rushing anywhere. I don't see myself pushing for nothing. I'm in a very stable home, I'm in a loving home, and I'm perfectly fine. But yes, I do have my plans, for sure. I've had my plans for years now.
But you must have a plan, or else you would be my child.
You've known this. I have talked to mom so many times about when I'm like talking about apartments.
She's always, yes.
I'm always talking about it. And obviously, you know, I see myself at a specific time. I may not know the age yet. Me, I'm just 21 this year, but I'm just moving into certain things and figuring out certain things. At the end of the day, I'm still learning. I'm still very young. I feel like that is one of my problems too. I feel like I'm rushing towards certain things because of how I see other people doing it, but I have to remind myself that I am still young. Me not always. Me not reach my Methuselah age yet. So I'm still really, really young. I have a lot to learn, because when you're in your 20s, you're still learning. You're still
you are.
So that is also what I'm trying to do. and I am. But no, at this current moment, I don't think I can personally be on my own. I'm too afraid. Too afraid to live now by myself right now. So obviously, you know, growing up and, you know, getting more experience.
Yes, but
and
you're
stuff
getting
like
there.
that.
You're further there. You're nearer there than
I'm nearer there than father. Exactly.
Yes, because you're a grown woman now. You're a woman now, 20. Yeah, but at the end of the day, even though you're 20, do you feel that you can handle everything that life has to offer right now? Being on your own, thinking about your rent. Okay, you don't have a job, but say you did have a job like in a Jamaica now. Hello. If you're in a Jamaica now and you have a job where you get paid monthly, because you know, say most people will have degree and monthly, unless you have a side hustle, you have some little, what you call it, something, you pick up a check here,
like
you pick
everybody
up a
needs
check
a
here.
side hustle at this point.
It's not a side hustle, side hustles.
Side hustles.
You know? So, basically, you are getting 300,000 a month for your salary, and that is before tax. Lord have mercy.
When tax done with you.
When then done with that, you might get about 200 and a little bit. Okay, you want a decent apartment.
In an apartment, a decent apartment is at
area.
least 150.
At least, let us put it at a, oh my God almighty.
150.
If a town, if a inner town, if a city
150.
town, to let, all right, tell them what would you, where you look for. Tell the people in the comment section what you be, because you're living now. Amen.
Amen.
You're living with your parents now, and you're gonna, you are gonna match the living style that you're living with now, and you wanna move out. Do you want to move out and to round the back there, catching up a coal stove and blowing and all of that? Yeah, you have a decent like a fridge. Not really a reasonable like a fridge. You can go in there. You have a fan, or if you don't want AC, you have an AC.
Well, in my terms,
you have every little thing reasonably. And it's not an elaborate living this you're living, but you're living reasonable.
In my terms, for me, one thing I have made a decision with, couple just literally, I think yesterday when I went on the road, when I finally made a decision. I've always said to myself, oh, I'm gonna move into an apartment, you know, them upstairs with the elevator and stuff. Realizing I'm not going into an apartment. I'm renting myself a 2-bedroom home. Going into an apartment, and specifically, let me make it specific too. Not in a town. No.
And 2 bedrooms are very expensive too.
And 2 bedrooms are expensive too. I'm going into the countryside.
And you want a vehicle.
And yes, also that.
So
because I've realized that when you live into the more of the town area and stuff like that, everything is gonna be expensive.
But it's expensive everywhere.
It's expensive everywhere, but it's more affordable at certain places, and you can pace yourself and know how to budget yourself. So I've always said, oh, I want an apartment with this and that and that. I've looked at it and I realized a house, renting a home, 1 or 2 bedrooms or whatever, it makes more sense. I'm a person, I like to have things that make me feel comfortable, that make me feel satisfied.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Just
look
like
at the life that you're living now. You're gonna look at the scale of the life now where you live. And you move out there. Do you want to go?
I would like to replicate. I would like to
live the same. I try to
that,
step
or
up
better yet, step up the pace.
Yeah, why not? You're a young person.
Yeah, that is my. That's my vision.
You know,
that's
you
my
want to be walking, looking at a nice like a refrigerator for this, that. You want a nice cozy bed. Of course, you don't want to go down a single bed.
No. Yeah. So yeah,
and then again too, you don't want to be like you going into a rental and then you have to have one bag of something in a rental.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, you rent too much, you over furnish the rental.
Oh, you over furnish the rental. Oh, that no. That
you know,
be. I feel like as a young person, when you're going to rent somewhere, you need to have you need to have somewhere that has space. Number one, you don't want it nowhere chuck up. That's just me genuinely. I don't want to be in anywhere that's chuck up.
That's why we're talking about the curveball when life
exactly.
Because sometimes you're budgeting. These days it's hard to work on a budget, especially when looking for rent.
Exactly.
You know, for rental and all them something. Because you have to consider, say, okay, if you get a lease of 1 year, at the end of the 1 year lease, you know, if you expect that you are so young, you not even know, say, the landlord might just put on something.
No, I know they might put on more on it. Yes, I know that. So in my opinion, where I want to be further on in life, I don't really want to be in anywhere chuck up. I'd like to have somewhere with space. But if times be, if I need to move somewhere that's a little bit smaller, I have no problem. I will just get the necessities that I need. I don't have to overstock my place. There's no need for me to
you don't
do that.
need to overstock your place.
You just need the necessities.
You don't need that.
You come in, you have your little couch, you have your one TV,
remember, saving is very important,
Exactly.
Saving is very important.
And I'm by myself. I'm not cooking for 60 million people. I'm not keeping 60 million people. So I don't need a lot of things.
When you're by yourself, you need to make saving your very
top priority
on your list. Your rental or your mortgage and your car payment. Saving must be right up there with it, Because hello, you understand? It doesn't make sense you're working a salary and you can't budget out your salary that you can know however small you gotta be saving.
Yes.
Alright? You know, want if you can rent na people place, can rent people place, and when you rent you call me. Never call me, come never rent no way. Get it together.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that times things will come, then you have to rock on your parents, or if you have a sibling, your elder, and they can help you.
But it's not the goal. It's not your goal. It's not your mission. It's not any of that. So yeah.
So that's it. So we want to wrap up this right
So
here.
I have one question before we wrap it up, because we're done with the main talk right now. But this is just one question that I want to ask you, because I have an idea what you might say now, but I don't know. What age do you think I'll be moving out?
But that's a question.
So let's put it at a pin right now. I'm 20 years old. I'm turning 21 this year.
Why are you putting me on the spot on this camera?
What age? What age do you think I'll move out? I've actually never asked you that question before.
No, you have never.
No.
But I would say I'm looking at about 24 to 25 the max.
Okay, what?
Okay. That's just me. I am looking at you to where you are now in college and seeing this other person. Oh my God.
It's alright. Yeah. Go ahead, me put it out. Yeah.
D,
alright? You good? Okay, alright. Yeah.
So, seeing where you are in college now, and I'm really looking at you, how you're operating, your response, your attitude towards life. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that. This is why I say I'm looking at where you are in college now, and I'm also looking at how responsible. I've seen your responsibility as a young woman being growing over the years, and I'm so proud of you for that. So I would say 24, 25, the latest. You may not know, maybe you can do it before, I don't know, but I'm looking at you for that.
At that age.
Okay. To I'm looking forward to at that age, but it's quite reasonable.
I agree with you, because you're actually right. I had said in myself 23, 24, but no, obviously things and time change and things are. I've changed it to.
So you're staying me out some more.
Yeah, man. So I would say about 24, 25, as she said, because I said to myself I'd finish college by 22, and that is what is happening. So yeah.
And that is a reasonable age. At 25, you're supposed to be ready for the world.
Yeah.
You're supposed, You're supposed. You have people that are ready for it, but depends on their.
Depends on
everybody. Think just
depends on the situation. As Google say. Google come back and make it
yes,
true.
Google come back and it makes sense.
Yes, makes sense.
Google, you make sense.
You make sense this time.
Yeah, depends.
Alright, so that was our talk for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As I said, first of all, at the starting of the video, if you want us to make this a little series where we come and ask questions and talk about
further
topics
on as young
and stuff
people
like
going
that.
out. And we want like mothers who have their young daughters, and the boy people them we are they not gonna watch nothing. But if we can get some to come, and fathers too, why not? It's a family thing. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, when you move out to your family,
we're obviously two different ages, two different experiences.
Yes.
Younger generation, older generation. So we're giving both our points of views.
Yes.
So if you have any topics you want us to discuss, you can put it in the comment section.
We will try.
Okay, we will try. Once it's something we can speak on, sure.
Because some things YouTube you can, and some things actually you don't want to.
Yeah, either we can't speak on it or we may not have experience with it. Yeah. So once it's something we have experience with. But it is the journey of life.
What have we not got experience with?
Me have couple.
Me you
have experience with everything. I don't have a lot of experience.
And I just hope so that all the ladies will, as women, as mothers, as grandmothers, we try to have good relationship with our daughters, with our sons, and as we see them become as we have them we brought them into this world, and as they grow forward, they come up and they emerge into adults ready to take on the world. I hope that as mothers, me I say father too, but most time the weight is on the mothers. I pray that you will get your kids, your sons, as long as they will come, because some of them they don't want to come. I know that as a mom, and try to get more involved with them, because sometimes they are so confused.
That's true.
As they see they reach the age where some of them don't even talk, they realize that they are reaching the age, and sometimes they pray, come out of my house, and all those things they are hearing. That's not nice, and all of that. Sometimes they make mistake, I do agree, but try to be there for them, because let me tell you, the world out there, it's so hard.
I feel like some parents also have to remember those same mistakes that they are making.
You did make them, and then too, this thing, me have to come out of my mother's house from this. I don't use
that as an alibi. That's not going to help anybody.
Away from that.
Yeah.
Even sometimes they're so rude, I know, but you gotta pray and you got to help, because let me tell you what is happening. I realize that as some of our young people become adults, they are scared of the world. They are scared, mothers and fathers, especially the mothers. They don't tell you, but actually they have them own little thing in them head. They are scared of going out there, and that is why the people, what them call the rich people, that's why their kids just always have the edge, because for them parents look upon them and say, wow, you're moving out, I'm gonna get you that nice house, or I'll help you to get that mortgage. But we know as regular people, you better go out there, come in and get easy, and this and that. If you can give your daughter or your son a home for starters, give it to them. Why not? Give it to them. Give it to them. That's a big plus for them. And pray and let them make no mistakes. Because if them get here and they make a lot of mistakes. But this is the world. If it is that you can, even though they are gone on their own, and you see that you can help them get a mortgage loan, me now go say rent, because I now work now, I'm retired. If you want to get money from you, if you go pay a land, but I mean a mortgage, because when I'm saying mortgage, you can give them a down payment. Because you don't have the money for you, so you can say, okay. And then too, some parents, they always, they don't tell kids, but they have it. And then when you reach a certain age, they say, okay, you go get a mortgage. I have this for you. You take this and use it towards a down payment. If you can buy them a vehicle, you buy them a vehicle. It's your children. You go, they come. That's the way of the world.
And that is our video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys in the next video.